Hey there, everybody. I'm Angela Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I am so happy to be back here in St. Louis. I know you know that I was splitting my time between Florida and St. Louis while I was working with the Tampa Bay Rays, and now I am finally back in St. Louis for the winter, and I'm even more excited to be here on the Daily Mix. So excited that right now going on in St. Louis is a scavenger hunt for my favorite artist, Eric Church. He's having a scavenger hunt for a limited edition vinyl record and tickets to a show, but instead of doing that, I am right here with you. But there's no place else I'd rather be. However, late January, when Eric brings his Double Down tour to the Enterprise Center, I will be there and not right here. Now, can you believe it's been 25 years since the Sanderson sisters first returned from the 17th century Salem to create a night of chaos? Well, they're coming back again. To celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Disney's Hocus Pocus, AMC Theaters is bringing the beloved Halloween classic back. That's right, select theaters will have it later this month. Now get this, you guys, I've actually never seen Hocus Pocus, ever. So if you're like me and never seen it, or maybe you saw it and you would like to bring your children so they can see it, Hocus Pocus will run from October 26th through Halloween in 5 area AMC theaters. You can find a full list of theaters and more at amctheaters.com. And today on the show, I have Corey Adamson from the St. Louis Ambush. He's going to talk about open tryouts and tell you about the Ambush opener and what we can expect this season. I'm pretty excited for that. So keep it right here on the Daily Mix, and let's get started. All right, now if you're going to be flying Southwest Airlines this month, be sure to grab a copy of Southwest the magazine. The October edition features a 10-page spread on St. Louis's diverse culture, including beer and culinary scenes, creative startups, trendy neighborhoods, music, entertainment, and more. You can read all about it in the Cities You're Missing section. Now, if you're not going to be hitting the air anytime soon, you can still check out the October issue at issue, that's issuu.com/southwestmag. And it is finally official. Hidden Valley Ski Resort will soon be able to add zip line to their list of attractions. They got the final go-ahead last week from Wildwood officials, and their new zip tour will feature 4 separate courses spanning across Hidden Valley. Each course will either have 2 lines to allow guests to enjoy the views together, or of course, you can race side by side. Let me tell you, when I go, I'm gonna be racing somebody, because I always win. Now, the zip lines are expected to be open during the spring, summer, and fall months. Construction on the new attraction will begin shortly, and it should be opening in the spring of next year. Now, opening day for skiing is set for December 15th, and season passes are now available. You can learn more about all they have to offer at Hidden Valley at hiddenvalleyski.com. Now, if you've been thinking about starting up your own business, you're in the right place. St. Louis is among the top 10 cities for startups, according to Forbes and venture capital firm Revolution, which is headed by AOL co-founder Steve Case. To come up with the new ranking, they compared the 30 largest metro areas after removing the 10 areas that had received the most VC funding over the past 3 years. They looked at several different things, including education levels, working age, population growth, and venture capital investments. St. Louis ranked number 2 with the lower cost of doing business and an increased value of VC investments. Now, that is definitely some great news. You can check out the entire list of rising startup cities at Forbes.com. And new life finally might be coming to the old Crestwood Plaza Mall. Walpert Properties recently released plans for a new mixed-use development on the 47-acre site. Early plans have Crestwood City Center, including 3 parking garages, green space, and more than a dozen buildings that will house restaurants, boutiques, medical offices, and entertainment, including a movie theater. There'll also be 3 apartment buildings on the initial plans. Now, if you think about this for a second, this is actually kind of funny. They tore down a parking garage and a movie theater And in their plans, they're going to put up a parking garage and a movie theater. But that's okay. At least something will go there. I drive by that spot frequently, and it's right now just a big pile of rubble. So that'll be cool to have something there. It'll be a lifestyle focus project. Will be one of the biggest new projects in St. Louis County. Work on Crestwood City Center is expected to begin in 2019. Now, changes are also coming to America Center. Last week, elected officials and community leaders came together to announce a $175 million plan to upgrade the downtown convention center. The AC Next Gen project will update and expand the America Center's convention complex. The expansion will include an additional 92,000 square feet of exhibit space, 65,000 square feet ballroom, a meeting room, 22,000 square feet of support space, an outdoor pavilion, and 26 new loading docks. Money for the project will come from a fund set up through the hotel and motel taxes collected in St. Louis City and County. The goal of the project, obviously, is to make American Center more competitive with other Midwestern cities. You can learn more about the AC Next Gen project at stlpartnership.com. Now, The Voice is back on NBC, and just 2 weeks into season 15, there are already 2 St. Louisans on the show. On the season premiere, 13-year-old Kennedy Holmes wowed the judges with her performance of Turning Tables, earning herself a 4-chair turn, and actually getting a lot of talk on the internet. People were talking about her all the time because of the amazing voice she had. Now, ultimately, she chose to join Jennifer Hudson's team. Now, last week, it was 19-year-old Audrey Bartholomew's turn to take the stage. She also won a spot on J. Hud's team with her rendition of Never Enough. And even better, she got to do an encore performance with her new coach. Hold on a second. I don't care what profession you're in. If you want to be a singer, an actor, whatever it is, a host, whatever it is you want to do, if you get to do that with somebody who's already very successful and probably somebody you look up to, that has got to be an awesome, awesome gift, no matter what it ends up in the finals that she places. Now, it's really early in the season, so we'll still have to wait to see if any more St. Louisans join the ranks. You can watch The Voice on Monday and Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on NBC. For more information, check out nbc.com/the/voice. Italian comic actress Angella will be taking the stage at Circus Harmony at the City Museum this weekend. Angella explains it all is a clown-esque 5-step recovery program. It's got unique challenges and transformations, and it's touring the U.S. for the first time. The one-woman show entertains with physical comedy, dance, and circus, drawing on the power of the audience. This comedy focuses on the role of humor and, of course, playing the game, the never-ending game of creating oneself. Performances will take place this Friday and Saturday at Circus Harmony at the City Museum. You can find ticket information at brownpapertickets.com. And you can celebrate world-class art in a hometown setting this weekend. That's the 15th annual Art in the Park just across the river in Highland, Illinois. Art in the Park features a wide range of original works in art, including painting, sculptures, wood, jewelry, mixed media, and more. In addition to art and demonstrations, they'll have live entertainment, and food and drinks are available. Arts Council brings this outdoor exhibit to Lindendale Park each year. Art in the Park is free and open to the public. It'll take place this Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 11 to 4. You can find out a list of events, directions, and more at highlandartscouncil.org. All right, everybody, pizza lovers, this one's for you, and apparently this is Pizza Month. Who knew? The STL Square Off Pizza Festival returns to the Hill this weekend. 8 pizzerias will be squaring off for the best St. Louis style pizza. See what I did there? And they need your help to decide the winner. Now, each ticket holder gets 8 pizza squares and a ballot to cast their vote. But this just isn't a competition. This is a whole festival. There will be live music all day, chef competitions, pizza dough tricks. I want to learn pizza dough tricks. Eckert's Family Fun Zone, and so much more. This year, contenders are Cucinelli's, Nana Mama's, Flamant Company, The Doghouse, St. Louis Pizza and Wings, Gastro Pit, Carnivore St. Louis, and Firecracker Pizza and Beer. Now, the defending champion, Di Rizzo's Pizza and Pub, they will be squaring off this Sunday, October 14th on the Hill. You can check out all the festival has to offer and get your advance tickets at stlsquareoff.com. And right from pizza to working off that pizza, and by cheering for the St. Louis Ambush. The guy did that. I have Corey Adamson here with me. Wait, we have to back up. You're the leading goal scorer, right?
I was the leading goal scorer last year for the team. Hoping to raise the bar a little bit this year, but yeah, I was very honored and very blessed to have the opportunities that I had and put them away.
And you're very skilled. It also means that too. So that's also a good thing. Now, somebody who doesn't know anything about the Ambush, what can you, as a player, I mean, I know, I work there too, but what can you tell them?
So, first of all, St. Louis is one of the biggest soccer hubs in the entire nation, and we have a great youth soccer population here. They love coming to our games because it's very, very high intensity, very fast paced, tons and tons of goals, and just a lot of fun.
It's a great time, and you know, you guys got a lot of family-friendly activities too, and frequently you guys, the players, will be signing autographs after games.
Yep, after every single game, we get down on the field. We let all the kids run around and meet us, take pictures, sign autographs, hang out with the kids a little bit, and do the best we can to kind of give back to them.
And I know you're one of the fan favorites. There's always a long line at your autograph station. So what are some of the things those kids are saying when they get to meet you?
They do say the darndest things, but most of the time, you're one of my favorite players. You're very, very fast and physical, and they just like hanging out. I love getting to meet them and kind of see what positions they play, how often they get to play, who their favorite players are, and I'm very honored to be one of them.
That's awesome. Do you think you maybe are inspiring some kids that may be coming up and wanting to play soccer professionally like you?
I absolutely hope so. I know when I was their age, the only thing I ever wanted to be was a pro soccer player. So having it work out, and all you want to do is kind of give that gift to the next generation. So, yeah.
Well, speaking of giving that gift, you guys have open tryouts, right, for the
Yep.
St. Louis Ambush. So what does that mean? Like, you're an Ambush player, but does that mean somebody who's not currently signed can come audition or try out?
Yep, I mean, it's basically what it is. It's an audition. Anybody can sign up and come try out. That's actually how I was signed back in 2013.
Oh, wow, I did not know that. Okay.
So, first year the Ambush came back, they had open tryouts at Veta Sports in St. Charles. And we had 140 some odd guys come out and try out. They chose a good chunk of that team, myself included. From those tryouts, we add probably 1 to 2 players every single year from open tryouts.
Oh, that's awesome. So what can somebody who might be listening or know somebody who wants to try out, what can somebody who's going to come try out expect from the audition process?
Obviously, show up. Show up fit.
I was going to say, showing up is key. Okay.
Showing up's half the battle, but you got to show up fit. You got to be able to take direction, take coaching points, and try and absorb them as fast as possible. Indoor soccer is unlike anything that you've ever played. It is completely different from outdoor. It is completely different from your typical Wednesday night beer league. It's run in 45 to a minute and a half long shifts, just like hockey would be. It's very high intensity, very fast paced, almost instinctual type play. So when you show up, just be prepared, be fit, number one. Number two, be prepared to kind of take some lumps, because nobody just jumps into this game and is good off the bat. So
right, so you got to kind of roll with it. But that's awesome to know that you actually got selected from the open tryout. So that it's a very possible that somebody could come to these open tryouts and make it on the team.
Absolutely.
And when is our season opening up for the St. Louis Ambush?
So we have our Fan Fest November 18th at the Family Arena in St. Charles, and then our official season kicks off in Florida for a doubleheader November 30th. Our home opener here in St. Louis at Family Arena will be December 16th.
Now, what are you expecting from this team? Last year, that was a lot of fun to be at. Yeah. What are you expecting this year for this team?
Last year we set the record for the most games decided by 2 goals or less.
I was going to say, it was
in
a very
the history
exciting
of the league.
Oh, I didn't realize it was the history of the league.
The history of the league.
Yeah, it was a very exciting season.
So while our record really didn't reflect what happened on the field, there were tremendous changes. Coach Everton came in brought in some really good new fresh faces. Took a lot of the veteran guys that were part of the team, gave them a system, asked them to lead, and I think a lot of us really responded very, very well to that. We've signed a number of guys that are going to be announced later on in the month that are extremely high-level futsal players, extremely high-level soccer players. So I think everybody's thinking deep playoff run this year without any questions whatsoever.
I love it. That's the best thing to be looking forward to is some playoff soccer here in St. Louis. Because like you said, people in St. Louis really do love soccer. It's a great spot for that. What's another reason somebody should come out?
Again, a lot of us have made St. Louis our home, and we try our best to kind of get out in the community and see everybody. And a lot of times, kids will show up to these games and say, "Hey, I met you at my school. I met you at this event or that event." And it's really fun just to be able to go out and see these local guys really put on a great show and product for the city.
And I know you're one of those guys who've made St. Louis your home. You have a wife. You've made this is your town. So it's kind of, you really want people to come and show support because you're showing support to the community as well.
Absolutely. This is, like I said, anybody who puts this jersey on is extremely blessed to represent the city, the history of soccer in the city, and obviously the team itself. So we're very excited to meet and play anybody. We took last year. We took the two teams that met in the finals and kept them to 1-goal deficits. And this year, like I said, I think we're all expecting one heck of a year and definitely a deep playoff run.
Absolutely, and you guys have some very passionate, very awesome fans. But for somebody who's new and wants to show up, they can still kind of get involved with that.
Absolutely. Just go to stlouisambush.com. You'll be able to pick out all of our game schedules. You'll get immersed in the atmosphere right off the bat, and you'll absolutely just you'll have a blast for sure.
Having a great time with that.
Yeah.
And there's also something new this year, which is the brigade. Now you're going to have are they cheerleaders? Are they dancers? What?
Yes. So they're our new dance team, the Ambush Brigade, go out and they try to team up with a lot of local youth dance programs, put on shows with them. So if you're interested, if you have a youth dance studio, and you're looking to try and get your girls or boys some exposure, contact us, contact the brigade. They're putting on a fundraiser this weekend on Saturday at Mid Rivers Mall with dueling pianos. So
everybody loves dueling pianos.
Yep, you can go hang out with Spanky Entertainment and the girls, and tickets are available at St. Louis Ambush Brigade on Facebook or through our website.
And that's going to add an extra level. So like I said, I briefly mentioned, I also work there. I'm the in-game host for the St. Louis Ambush, but that's going to bring an extra level of entertainment while you guys are out, off during, halftime, taking a little breather.
Great photo ops. Obviously, they bring a tremendous amount of energy.
Yeah, and it's run by some very experienced dancers here in St. Louis. So we're not talking like low level. This is going to be a high level entertainment from start to finish, from right when you enter till right when you leave. I love it.
Absolutely.
So, leading goal scorer, are you planning on making sure you can match that this coming season?
I'm a firm believer in setting goals for yourself and then trying to raise them every single year. So I hope to have a much more prolific year than I did last year. I had 2 goals last year. I wanted to lead the team in plus minus. I wanted to lead the team in goals. I accomplished those 2 feats, and now I want to try and go on a more broad spectrum. But anything that I can do to help the team make the playoffs and win, that's all I care about.
All right, so let's revamp that one last time for everybody who happens to be watching about these open tryouts, because I know that probably sparked some interest from a lot of people.
Yep.
Go through it one more time with me. When is
October,
it?
October 20th and 21st at Veta St. Peter's. Again, it's you sign up through our website, show up fit, show up ready to go, show up hungry to prove yourself, and I know from my own personal experience, you will get your shot.
This is your chance. You've made it that way. This is your chance to do it. You can go to stlambush.com. They have all the details there. And maybe somebody will be like you, and in a few years, be the leading goal scorer. And
taking my spot.
Yeah, well, I'd say take your spot. Just take the new guy spot. If you're interested more about Corey, you can follow Corey on Instagram at CoreyAdamson4. And this link is right there on the page. And you can always go to stlambush.com to find out anything Ambush Brigade, all that good stuff. One more time, when is home opener?
December 16th.
December 16th. Be there, hang out with Corey. You can get his autograph after the game. Thank you so much for being on the show with me today. And we want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you keep it right here. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. All the links are right there on the screen. You can also drop us a line at thedailymix@stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis.